technologies still in their infancy, there are a plethora of new manufacturing facilities being established. Governments are increasingly focusing their attention on attracting these investments, as the industry could contribute up to 18 million new jobs in 2030 across the value chain. In the US, manufacturers are taking advantage of the Inflation Reduction Act, a landmark legislation that will spur domestic clean energy investment over the coming decades. Battery manufacturers may receive production credits for battery cells and battery modules if produced in the US, with the total value of production credits over the next decade at approximately $196.5 billion. The US Treasury Department also recently introduced rules that change the vehicles that will qualify for EV consumer tax credit. Now, at least 50% of components in an EV battery must be made in North America, and 40% of the minerals must come from domestic sources or countries that have trade agreements with the US. In the EU, production capacity is developing rapidly, with the potential to grow from 44 gigawatts per hour in 2020 to 1,200 gigawatts per hour by 2030. However, this is not guaranteed, as the European market relies heavily on raw material imports. In order to mitigate some of this risk, the EU updated its battery directive to support circular production. It will also stop exports of black mass to outside Europe, which will require the establishment of new processing facilities capable of handling this material. China still remains the leader in global manufacturing, with more capacity than all other countries combined. The country has a wealth of mineral reserves and also was much faster at recognizing the shift towards electric vehicles, allowing for the development of a long-term battery manufacturing strategy. While regions are increasingly seeking to end reliance on the Chinese market, a majority of the parts that make up a battery are primarily made in China. Combating the country's dominance will be expensive. According to Bloomberg, the US and Europe will have to invest $87 billion and $102 billion respectively to meet domestic battery demand with fully local supply chains by 2030.